Entering the second mission of the DLC. This one is a little harder, it's rated 4 stars, and it's also a little longer. It's 2 hours. Because of this, I will not be narrating the entire show playthrough. It will be split up into 4 or 5 parts, and I will initially give the strategy that I use for beating this, and as I'm describing my strategy, I will have annotations which will direct you to the spot that I'm speaking about. That way, you don't have to run through the video so much.
I'm close to a breakthrough in my research, at last!
Alright, so let's start. Objective of this particular scenario is to provide various resources. So in total, you'll need 40 wood, 40 concrete, 40 steel, 40 glass, 20 biopolymers, and 20 omega acids. Now, if you're looking through this list, you'll notice right off the bat that some of these are from Global Trust, and some of these are from the Eden Initiative. Well, every time they have an asking for one of these, the factions will actually offer you a simple quest with very simple resources for 40 of either. You will always choose whatever faction you're not. So, just as an example, say you need 40 wood and 40 concrete. You are Eden Initiative as I am, you can't make concrete, so you pick 40 concrete.
Inadequate.
Don't worry about reputations, just do it. The goal to this strategy is to try and build this tier 5 society first, and then give all the resources. This is an easy way of getting around events like pirate escalation, which can get pretty haphazardous and can get out of control. But by building it for society first, you won't activate that thing.
Potential source
So
order has
I'm
been
assuming upon
confirmed.
watching this video that
The
you know
goods
how the
have been
mechanics of the
sent.
game work. But just a simple reminder, you're going to have to colonize a lot of islands, 3 or 4. You will need some underground facilities,
The board
and
is
you'll
most
need
interested in
SAAT.
your progress.
Civilizations. At the beginning of the
Line them
game,
up,
3
right?
fleets will show up. And these are
This
limiting
quest just
fleets.
came in from HQ.
The board has
So,
occupied.
the first fleet composed of a handful of ships. The second fleet will have a Viper and a couple more ships. And then the last one will have 2 Vipers, a big ship, and 3 or 4 small ships. So varying fleet sizes. In order to beat the first 2 fleets, you must take your standard warship, build a repair crane, and attack in, and then micro your unit back once it's about 50% health. The defending ships cannot attack, as in follow, and they cannot repair. So you can just whittle them down. Easy way to expand to the first few set of islands, and then not have to worry about finishing all the objectives right off the bat. Once you get to around tier 4, this is a good time to start building up a fleet. You should have 3 ships total, and do basically the exact same strat. Bait the ships out, attack them, run away. And you can
Registering
slowly bring them
increasing
down.
agility.
The only reason why you want these 3 ships is to deal with pirates later on. You could actually do this all with 1 ship, but you might as well do it with 3 ships since you'll need them. Right around tier 4 is when I would consider start doing turn-ins. This means just turning in lumber and the wood and the concrete right away. And remember to do your quest. It's very simple. It's granules. After this, do your 40 steel, 40 glass.
Look
Once again,
who's
very
here.
simple. You just need iron.
The
which
Eden
is a
Initiative
mass quantity
always
as well.
trades fairly.
The last one is a little trickier, though. A quest to either choose between 20 biopolymers or 20 omega acids. Now, if you're newer to hit into tier 5, omega acids are Global Trust, and the biopolymers are Eden Initiative. These are tier 5 crafting materials. The resource you'll need to turn in is a generator, and this is produced from an academy. You can buy carbon to build an academy from Rufus Thorne and Rodriguez, who are the Eden Initiative and Global Trust representatives, and you can send this off and build an academy. You'll need a certain number of SAAT settlers with very minimal resources, as in fish and need for community. You should do this one first, because the generator does take a long time to make, probably around 30 minutes, so it's worth doing right away. you have that done, just turn it into the opposite faction and get your free polymers.
Move it. There's so much to do.
Acids or omega acids. One part can be just as bad for some. You have to get yourself to 1,200 executives, which are the highest tier, and you do this by basically just keep building homes, keep
registering energy
satisfying
shortage.
people's needs, and if need be, and I do this myself, you can fulfill a tier 5 need, and this will populate all the homes almost immediately. Once you have 1,200, you will unlock the ability to build your other resource. Once you've done that, you're pretty much done. You shouldn't have any problems with pirates, you shouldn't have any problems with any factions. You just run in, turn it in. You will get a researcher, and this researcher will settle the island directly next to Steen. Steen is the professor you've been working with the whole time. After it's complete, bad news. Bad news for some, but definitely bad news for me. See, Anno 2070 doesn't currently have a forum, so you can't really talk with your friends and whatnot about the game. And
Eco-balance.
I get these bugged endings for the
sinking.
DLC content, in which there is no ending. So yeah, maybe for you it's gonna be a bad ending where you get nothing. If you do get an ending, please fraps it, put it up. I'd like to see how it actually ends, because for both these DLCs, I haven't gotten any endings. So from here on out, it will be pretty dry, just actionless. I won't be talking too much, except for the points where you're clicking in. I'll probably describe a little bit more what I'm doing there, but that's about it. So, yeah. Enjoy the video. It's 2 hours long. I am assuming nobody's going to actually watch the whole thing, and you'll just sift through it, but that's what it's here for. Thank you for watching.
If you're looking for a little support, you've come to the right place. Very profitable.
So, what's up? So, we're agreed. Building selection expanded. Eco-balance. Values rising. Energy supply inadequate.
Right, so we're going to see some micro. Some very basic micro. So I have one ship available, and I have to kill 2. And this will also work later on when I have 1 ship available, and I have to kill
Alert.
a Viper, 2 small
Registering
ships.
attack on one of your vehicles.
So as the tactic goes, very basic. I pull my ship back when he's at 50% health. He goes repair crane. Nobody follows him, and then I run in again and I attack. And I do this to 2 giant groups of enemies. And
You
it
can
cuts
really
down
be
my expenses.
proud of yourself.
Also gives me something to do. I have
many-
nothing to do in the game.
Back already? All done? Advertisement request confirmed. Delivery will take place as soon as possible. Reporting delivery of ordered goods. Registering increasing fertility. Energy supply inadequate.
The company supports your efforts to acquire new locations.
Registering increasing fertility. Energy supply inadequate. Registering eco-balance degradation. Game saved.
Building a big giant city.
Registering
Some tips.
improvement in
Start your building
eco-balance.
off in the middle of the island. This will give you tons of room to expand. Make sure you start with colonization pretty early on. You don't need a fleet initially. You can actually just trade with your main ship. But eventually you will need a fleet. I will not be using any resources until I get to excessive amounts of glass and wood and whatnot, and I can just kind of blitz in, just throw all these resources and just clear past it very quickly. Blitzing in this game is very effective. It's designed around people who kind of, click and go, but a logical person is going to sit back and think like, I've got a lot of resources available. I'm not limited to events. I can just play the game, and when it comes time to finish a game, you can do it all at once. And that's pretty close to what I do with pretty much everything in this game.
Did you just see that report on TV? More and more people are immigrating all the time.
Warning. Production breakdown. Registering improvement in eco-balance. Warning, vehicle under attack.
Nobody makes a better leader than you do. Simply the best.
Registering new population class. Instructions received. Loading data.
You can really be proud of yourself. I am anyway.